Welcome to Family Gaming. I'm Niebuhr.
And I'm Monkey.
So today I wanted to give a couple tips on improving your KDR in the Crucible, which is your kill-death ratio. And the way I want to talk about that is by reducing your deaths. I'm not very good at Crucible, but I've been getting a little bit better. And one of the main ways is by reducing how many times I die. What have you been up to this weekend, Monkey Amy? Well, your cousins were over, so I know you played some Disney Infinity Force Awakens, right?
Yep.
So, what you're watching right now, I came into a skirmish match, and then I had a phone call for work, and we were down by a lot. And we actually managed to come back quite a bit to get pretty close there. So that's playing in the background. So I got 3 tips that I wanted to go over as far as how to reduce how many times you die in a match, and then Monkey Amy might have some input as well. One of the first things here that's coming up, several other people have said, but I've got some clips here that will show you why it's so important. One of them involves when you're walking through a door, any sort of choke point. Make sure you don't just walk. Make sure you jump, or you Twilight Garrison, Shade Step, or what's it called? The other one? There you go. That's why. I just walked right in front of that door and I got sniped.
Shoulder charge.
Shoulder charge, or what's the one that warriors and warlocks can do? Here's the second tip, don't stand in grenades, blink. There you go. So that's 2 in 1. And here I go and I'm dumb and I do it again. Exact same match, and I just walk right in front of the door and stand in the grenade. So that's 2 tips in 1. Number 1, do this. There you go. That's what you're supposed to do. Jump over or something. All right. This next tip, this is tip number 3. This is copywritten by True Vanguard. Do not double peek. Now here, I try and snipe, then I reload, and then I peek out again. And it didn't end badly for me, but that's an example of what not to do. Notice how many bullets it took me to get 1 kill. So I'm not very good at sniping, but I'm getting better. This is back when I was using Suros Regime still, and wasn't very good at it. Next one here is, now we're going to talk about knowing when to engage and when to retreat. So here, I thought it was just 1 guy, and ended up being 3, so I ran away. So one time to retreat is when you're outnumbered. Here's another one. I'm going to go in an engagement, and I'm going to think it's just 1 guy, and it's 2. So here's the 1 dude, and I think, okay, I can take 1 dude on, and I see 2, so I get out of that. And it worked out all right. Here's another one. When you get the drop on somebody, so you get the first shot on him, you're probably in a good position. Here's another one where I got the drop on him, and I got the second one, but then that third one I probably should have found some cover instead of trying to get a triple kill. And then this one is with heavy, so I got heavy, so I know odds are in my favor when it comes to time to kill, so I can push it a little bit. And this is actually a good one because I get quite a few string of kills. That one I got lucky on. He had rockets. Now one thing I've got on my Harrowed Quillum's Terminus, which I love, is Cocoon, so I can switch weapons, and about 3 or 4 seconds later it'll reload my heavy. So that's kind of neat. So as far as knowing when to engage, if you're outnumbered, usually run away. If somebody gets the drop on you, I do that all the time, you know that. I throw grenades and I hit myself with them. But even with my low health, I was still okay in that position because my teammate had primed them. So here I've got, oh, not yet. So I got 14 bullets here. So now I've got 6 left, and you're going to see how badly I did with the last 6. You can see I got my super as well. So if you've got heavy and your super, prioritize your heavy, because that's not going to persist through death, whereas your super will. So there's my last 6 bullets, and I think I hit them once, but I was able to use my super. So the 3 tips are: don't stand in grenades, don't walk through doors without doing some sort of evasive technique, don't double peek when you're sniping, and then know when to run and when to engage. So if you're outnumbered, run away. If you get the drop on them, you can stay, and if they're already primed, you can stay. It's also good to know the time to kill for your gun compared to theirs. When I was using that Suros Regime, it was a little slower time to kill, so I wasn't able to be as push and be as offensive. But then I've got that Arminius D that's pretty good. I like it a lot, and that's one of the reasons I've been doing better in Crucible.
Wait,
so go ahead.
I haven't been talking for...
What do you want to say now?
Oh, well, blah, 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 so we get the video a little more time for talking. Blah, 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 blah.
And so I told you that this video I was working on, that you weren't too involved. But you do have a video you're still working on. You wanted to do a Battlefront one, and we're still waiting on your horrible hammers.
Yeah.
So you got to get to work on that. You haven't been playing Destiny much, though. So, all right, so that's it. We came pretty close here in this match that I had that business phone call. I think we ended up losing by about 200, 300 points, so it was pretty close.
Now that I'm horrible at Destiny, I think it's a great time for that.
All right, okay. So, we're going to say it together. You say it this time.
Have fun and make friends.